Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I've got an update on Boxabl and the much anticipated Boxabl Casita. This company has built a massive following of diehard supporters in a relatively short amount of time, many of who are on a waitlist watching their every move in anticipation of the first homes to be shipped out of their 175,000 square foot factory in Las Vegas. I have first-hand experience with the Boxabl fans. I've posted videos in no way, shape, or form related to Boxabl, and people will just comment, Boxabl. They don't really care that the video had no mention of the company. I can't say the same has happened with any other company in the factory built space. So if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'm going to Boxabl and I'm going to do the most in-depth review the world has ever seen. So the big questions are, who is this company? What are they doing? And when will people be able to get their hands on one of their homes? What I'm going to do is give you a brief history of the company, tell you why I think people love it, and finally let you know when they expect to ship. So let's do it. Boxabl was founded in 2017 with a mission to significantly lower the cost of homeownership for everyone. A mission statement that has aged like fine wine since the cost of homes, both existing and new construction, have gone absolutely crazy since 2017, and now Boxabl is about to produce one of the most affordable homes available. With their patented technology, they're aiming to revolutionize housing markets by significantly reducing construction costs and build times. The flagship model that everyone is waiting for is the Boxabl Casita, a 375 square foot home with 9'6" ceilings and a base price of, get this, $49,500. The Casita comes with kitchen appliances, wide plank composite flooring, washer, dryer, heating, and air conditioning. It has the entire internet aflutter and is what most people think of when they hear the word Boxabl. However, this wasn't their original design. I took a deep dive on the Boxabl Facebook page all the way back to some of their first posts, and I was surprised to find that their original plans were quite a bit bigger. This model from September 5th, 2017 was 42 feet long by 18'9" wide for a total floor space of just under 800 square feet. It appears there was plans for a single level unit and a stacking unit. To me, this looks more like the traditional manufactured home that I and most other people are familiar with, but before mass producing those models, they decided to pivot. The thing about these folks is they're smart, right? Like probably Mensa smart. The CEO, Paulo, is an engineer and holds 155 patents for things that he's invented. I, on the other hand, have 0 patents, and I'm starting to wonder if I've ever actually had an original thought. Every time I think I've got a revolutionary idea, I go online to find out that someone invented it in like the 60s before they even had the internet. That's just me though. This guy has had at least 155 original thoughts that we know of. Anyway, instead of entering a crowded space and fighting for market share with a bunch of well-established manufactured home providers, they shifted their offering. They had already created a new way to ship and set up homes, so why not create an entirely new segment of homes with less competition that people didn't even know they wanted? I reached out to one of the founders, Galliano Tirmani, to find out what caused them to make that shift. In my head, he was going to respond with a long-winded discussion about efficiency and build times, but no. His response was short and sweet. Tiny homes are trendy. Makes sense. I sell manufactured homes, and I'll be the first to admit they don't have the same cool factor as tiny homes. They're still great homes, but they just don't. Boxabl recognized that early on, made a shift, and from what I'm seeing, that was a very smart decision. I wonder though, after they work through their initial backlog, will there be enough demand for a home that's 375 square feet? The main concept for the Boxabl Casita is to be an accessory dwelling unit. What that means is they'll be used as a secondary dwelling on a property as a way to increase density and either be a way for families to have multi-generational living on one property or a way to generate income. I talk about this idea a lot because I'm a big fan of it, but is it actually happening or is it just fluff? I live in a town with a population of about 20,000 people. Let's have a look at what's going on here by analyzing the 11 building permits that were issued for August. 6 of the 11, or 54% of the permits, were for new single-family dwellings. Great, the town is growing and we need new homes for the people trying to move here. One of the permits was for an addition on an existing single-family dwelling. The last 4 permits, or just over 36% of them, were for some form of secondary suite. 2 for detached modular secondary suites, 1 for a garage with a secondary suite above, and 1 for a new single-family dwelling with a secondary suite. So, no. What I'm saying isn't fluff. This is what's actually happening, and I think we're just at the very beginning of this trend. Beyond the accessory dwelling unit, I could see a bunch of different uses for the casita. There's potential for developers to make small, affordable lots and do home and land packages with them. A variation of the mobile home park concept where you own the home and rent the land is a possibility. They could be used as an Airbnb. They could be used for recreational properties, either for personal use or a business where they're set up on a piece of land as cottages. They could be used as long-term rentals in small multifamily projects where you put a few of them on a piece of medium density land and rent them out. There really are a lot of possibilities, so no, I don't see a shortage of demand. In fact, I suspect they're already planning further expansion. Even though the Las Vegas facility hasn't started shipping homes yet, it does seem like other facilities are in the works. Someone commented on Instagram asking if they had a rep in Brazil, and Boxabl responded by saying, "None yet. Currently, everything comes directly from us in Las Vegas. As we expand, we will start to build factories in other areas, improving delivery times and lowering shipping costs. We are happy to ship the units everywhere." They must think there's enough demand to warrant more factories, so how did they get so popular in such a short amount of time? The biggest reason I can see is the fact that they're different. From the way it ships, how it folds out, to the way it looks, this home is unlike anything else available. It fits the criteria to be within the size of a tiny home, but no other home in the space has the same dimensions. Most tiny homes are rectangular because they're built in a factory and need to be able to travel down the road. Since the casita ships folded up, it's able to be a perfect square, 19.5 feet by 19.5 feet when it's fully set up, which isn't necessarily better, but it is different. Next is the price. This is a home you can buy for less than a lot of vehicles. Let that sink in for a couple seconds. You can get something you live in for less than what a lot of people are spending on cars. That's crazy. Obviously, there are added costs up and above the $49,500, but an attractive base price nonetheless. The last big reason that ties it all together goes back to what Galliano said: tiny homes are trendy. With home prices going absolutely bonkers over the last year, more and more people are sick of it. People want somewhere nice to live that has everything they need, and they want to pay a price that doesn't prevent them from doing the things they want to do. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Have your cake, eat it too. For those of you on the waitlist or thinking of getting on the waitlist, you're probably wondering when you'll be able to get one of these things. Well, Boxabl got their occupancy certificate and they're hoping to be able to ship out homes by the end of this year or early 2022, which is only 4 or 5 months away. Boxabl has taken a trend and created what I think is an entirely new segment of home, and as a result has a massive demand for their offering. I think there's a lot of potential uses for the casita that will interest homeowners to real estate investors, so I'm really excited to see these things roll out of the factory in a few months. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.